Commander-in-Chief openly embraces a rapper calling for the death of innocent Americans. Now, practically everybody in America has heard of the popular Gangnam Style song by the rapper PSY. Listen.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 오빤 강남 스타일.
All right, very popular, you know, the whole thing. Now, while the YouTube video has had more than 900 million hits, new information about the singer is emerging. Now, last week we learned that back in 2004, the rapper performed a song entitled Dear American with the lyrics, quote, kill those blank Yankees who have been torturing Iraqi captives, kill those blank Yankees who ordered them to torture, kill their daughters, mothers, daughters-in-law, fathers, and kill them all slowly and painfully. Now, after much deserved outrage from you, the American people, the controversial PSY was forced to issue an apology late last week through his publicist, but I say it's too little too late. And last night, PSY performed at a Christmas event in a Washington charity that aired on TNT. Now watch this.
This is not the reason why I'm here. Let's dance, everybody. Come on.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일. 당신은 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유하는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지.
All right, now look who had a front row seat, none other than President Barack Obama and his family. But not only did our commander-in-chief sit through this anti-American's performance, he was caught on camera shaking his hand. Did no one in the organization of the event or our own president think that maybe, just maybe, this was inappropriate? Now, the importance of this should not be understated or dismissed. Well, why? Let's imagine that the rapper had called for the killing of a race of people, white, black, Hispanic, Asian. Do you think for 1 minute that the president would allow himself to stand or be in the company of such a person, allow them to perform before him? On the other hand, what if the rapper talked about killing people of a particular religion, Jews, Hindus, Christians, Muslims? Would the president be so forgiving? Now, in this case, PSY is calling for the torturing and killing of Americans, and more specifically, American soldiers and their family members. Now, the commander-in-chief, he's not going to stand up for our brave men and women in our military? That's pretty sad. Now, if I recall, President Barack Obama apologized repeatedly for the amateur YouTube video trailer that, remember, attacked the so-called prophet Muhammad.
Although we had nothing to do with the video, we find it offensive. It's not representative of America's views.
And that is what we saw play out in the last 2 weeks. As a crude and disgusting video sparked outrage throughout the Muslim world. The United States government had nothing to do with this video. We understand why people take offense to this video because millions of our citizens are among them.
Now, he could not condemn that lame YouTube video enough, and it turned out, well, not to have anything to do with the attack on our consulate. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I prefer a president who actually stands up for his country and the men and women who are out there fighting for their country. Why the double standard? Joining me with reaction is the author of Still the Best Hope, nationally syndicated radio talk show host Dennis Prager, and Democratic strategist Julie Roginsky is with us. So it's crude, it's disgusting, we had nothing to do with that video. Here's a guy that says we're going to kill their daughters, mothers, daughters-in-law, fathers, kill those blanking Yankees, etc. Why can't the president, why would he hang out with that person?
Well, first of all, he's not hanging out with him. You're being a little bit dramatic about this. He went to a fundraiser for sick children that presidents for the past 30 years have gone to. He did not invite PSY, whatever this guy's name is.
Excuse me, the president had 2 weeks
since
this came out. This is a guy that's talked about killing the children and killing the
For which he
daughters,
apologized.
mothers.
For which he apologized profusely.
No. He said it through a publicist.
Oh,
he didn't apologize.
He said it yesterday. Did you watch what he said yesterday? He said it repeatedly. Well, no, it wasn't half-hearted. He was repeatedly said he was sorry. I'm not suggesting that what he said was
after the performance.
I'm not suggesting that what actually was before. I'm not suggesting what he said was appropriate. What I'm saying is that Obama had nothing to do with this. What was he going to boycott this event for sick kids? He was going to boycott this event.
If PSY had said the same thing about killing Muslim children, and if he said the same thing about killing the children of a particular race, would Obama have been there? Because that, to me, is the key.
I think Obama went there because he wanted to support sick kids as 30 years
Would he
of
have been?
president.
You didn't answer my question.
So I don't know if he would have been there. I suspect he would have been.
Prager?
Because
I suspect he wouldn't have been.
Well, I don't know.
No, I think we both agree that he wouldn't have been. The question is, the guy apologized. When did he apologize? To me, I want this to be a learning moment. 36,000 Americans died in Korea, so that this guy could become a millionaire with a YouTube and be free. And for him to have done that, this is what I would love more than anything, more than the president boycotting the guy. Say to the guy, you know what, I want you to go on a tour in Korea, back home, with rap, and I want you to tell the Korean people what the American people did to enable them to have one of the most ebullient democracies in Asia, compared to North Korea, the hellhole of Earth. It's because we died for you. Let him make a rap video on that.
But I think you're missing the more important aspect of this. If this was a person that condemned a religion or condemned a race, this president wouldn't wouldn't have shaken his hand, wouldn't have been in the same room. And the question I want to ask, why then the double standard, Dennis? Because this is about the president to me. Right. This is about our troops.
I think when you compare those two, I think there is a double standard. I'm not saying he was wrong, but it is a double standard. You're entirely right. If the guy apologizes, I want to call him on it. I'd rather use this moment to tell the Korean people what we have done for them and died for them than just punish this one guy.
Speaking of double standard, I mean, you know, you have somebody like Ted Nugent, your friend, who's going out there essentially threatening to kill the commander-in-chief.
Ted Nugent is not the president.
Well, wait a second.
Ted Nugent is not the. Wait a minute. This is about the president of the United States.
But Sean, you want to talk about double standards?
Bill Maher says things all the time.
Yes.
I never say to boycott Bill Maher.
Okay, I'm not saying
liberals say crazy things all the time.
So are you saying, I'm confused, because you're saying that you should boycott this guy? Or that Obama should not have done...
I'm saying that if this guy talked about killing the children of Muslims, Jews, or Christians, or if this guy ever expressed a racial sentiment, this president would have gone nuts. And he would have absolutely gone.
This president did not acknowledge this guy. This president specifically.
He shook his hand. That's acknowledging.
Please, excuse me. Ronald Reagan, George Bush, a lot of people. Yes, he has shaken my hand. A lot of people.
How you doing?
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people, and a lot of presidents, including your friend Ronald Reagan, has shaken the hands of people who wish ill upon America. Oh, I don't know. The Soviets, for one.
Negotiating with Mikhail Gorbachev is not the same thing.
This is silly.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have had a choice there. Look, I think it is a double standard.
Obama had a choice
the question that we have to ask now, I think you're right. Look, I think you even think it in your heart. It is a double. If the guy had said anything like that about any other group on earth, he would not have been invited.
You guys are making assumptions. If the guy had done this, if the guy had done that, let's look at reality. This was a fundraiser.
This is the reality.
This was a fundraiser. Let me finish.
Look at what the president said about the YouTube video. Crude, disgusting. Why didn't he say, stand up for his own country, stand up for his own servicemen?
He did not.
He didn't do it. He doesn't have the guts.
Yes, he did. He stood up at that event yesterday and saluted the troops, specifically went out of his way to do it.
But he didn't
stand up to this guy.
You're supposed, at a fundraiser for sick kids, you want him to start making a political statement?
I wouldn't have been in the same room with him.
Well, you know what? I can think of a lot of people, Donald Rumsfeld shaking Saddam Hussein's hand. There's a lot of people that people have been
It's interesting what he chooses to condemn and what he chooses not to.
I still want to send the guy on a tour of Korea.
You know,
Korean people need to know how we died for them.
Guys, good to see you both.